Hello dear students, welcome to your new session. Today we are studying NCERT 5th standard EVS chapter 6 Every drop counts. In this chapter we will study the importance of water and sources of water. Let's start the class. Chapter 6 Every drop counts. Long ago. This is a picture of Gadsi Sar. Sar means a lake. King Gadsi of Jaisalmer got it made 650 years ago with the help of the people. Jaisalmer located in Rajasthan. All around the lake there are ghats with steps leading to the river, decorated verandas, large halls, rooms and much more. Ghat means stairway to a river. People came here to celebrate festivals and for programs of music and dance. Children came to study in the school on the Ghat. The talab belonged to everyone and everyone took care to keep it clean. Talab means pond. Nobody put any waste in the pond. Rainwater collected in this lake spread over many miles. It was made in such a way that when the lake was full, the extra water flowed into another lake at a lower level. When that too filled up, the extra water flowed into the next lake. This way, all 9 lakes filled up. This rainwater could be used throughout the year. Today, Gadsisar is no more in use. Many new buildings and colonies have come up in between those 9 lakes. Now the water does not get collected in these lakes. Rainwater just flows away and is wasted. Through the eyes of Al-Biruni, more than 1,000 years ago, a traveler came to India. His name was Al-Biruni. The place that he came from is now called Uzbekistan. Where is Uzbekistan? In the map, here is India, Pakistan, Afghanistan, and here is Uzbekistan. Al-Biruni carefully observed and noted down the details of all that he saw. He wrote especially about those things that he found very different from his own country. Here is a part of what he wrote about the ponds of that time. He wrote, "The people here are very skilled at making ponds. Skilled means ability to do something well. My countrymen would be surprised to see them. They pile up huge rocks and join them with iron rods to build chabuteras. Chabuteras means raised platforms around the lake. Between these, there are rows of long staircases going up and down. The steps for going up and coming down are separate, so there is less crowding. Today, when we study history, we can learn a lot about those days from the writings of Al-Biruni. This stamp came out in 1973, 1000 years after his birth. Look at the area around your school. Are there any fields, farms, pakka roads, drains, etc.? Is the area sloping, rocky or flat? Think, what will happen here when it rains? Where will the rainwater go? Into the drains, pipes or pits? Is some water also getting soaked into the soil? There are pakka roads and drains in the area around our school. In our school campus also, there are some area with little sloping. When it rains here, water flows into the drains and collected into the wells. Some water also gets soaked into the soil. Drop by drop. Besides Jaisalmer, many places in Rajasthan get very little rainfall. Here it rains for only a few days in the entire year, sometimes not even that much. The rivers here do not have water all round the year, and yet most of the villages in these areas did not have a shortage of water. People knew that every drop of water was precious. Lakes and jahards were made to collect water. Jahards means pond that collects and stores water. Water was everyone's need. One and all came together in this work, be it a businessman or a laborer. Some water from the lakes soaked into the ground and reached the wells and bawdis. Bawdis means step well. The soil of the area also became wet and fertile. Every house had a system to collect the rainwater. Look at this picture. How do you think the rainwater that falls on the roof will reach the underground tank? A pipe is used to connect the roof and the tank so that the water collected on roof can flow down to the underground tank through that pipe. Have you ever seen a step well? Look at this picture. Can you imagine by looking at the picture that the steps go down several stories deep? Instead of drawing the water up from the well, the people would go down the steps and reach the water. That is why they are called step wells. For drawing water from the well, we are using rope and buckets. Long ago, people used to make long journeys with their caravans of animals and goods. People felt it was a good thing to give water to thirsty travelers. Thus, they built many beautiful step wells. Have you ever faced a shortage of water in your area? If yes, then what was the reason for it? Yes, we often have to face shortage of water in summer season. This happens due to the excessive use of water. Talk to your grandmother or any elderly person. Find out when they were of your age. From where did they get water for the house? Has there been a change now? They used to get water from the nearby rivers, ponds, wells, or hand pumps. Yes, there has been a tremendous change now. We get water through pipelines direct into our homes. What kind of water arrangements were made for travelers? For example, Pyavu, Mashak. Mashak means water bags or any other. Pyavu means drinking place. In earlier times, the kings or the leaders used to build Pyavu for travelers from where they could drink water. People also used to carry mashak, which was leather bag used to store water. Nowadays, people usually purchase packed drinking water or carry their own water bottles. Customs related to water. Even today, people get water from very old lakes, daras, step wells, and naulas. Many customs and festivals are related to water. At some places, whenever lakes get filled up with rainwater, the people gather around the lake to celebrate. See the bride of Uttarakhand in this picture. After getting married, she has come to the new village. She bows to the spring or the pond. In cities, one can see an interesting form of this custom. The new bride worships the tap in her home. Can we even imagine life without water? We cannot imagine our life without water. Water is precious to our life. So, students, don't waste water. It's our duty to protect water. Save water, save life. Do you have some special pots for water at your place? Look, water is being filled in this beautiful copper pot. The shining yellow pot of brass is seen in the other picture.
Many stone carvings are also made near the place of drinking water. Have you ever seen any beautiful building near the place of water?
Discuss. There are two old wells in the area where Punita lives. Her grandmother says that about 15-20 years ago there was water in these wells. The wells could have dried up because water is being pumped up from under the ground with the help of electric motors. The lakes in which rainwater used to collect are no longer there. The soil around trees and parks is now covered with cement. Is there some other reasons for this? Explain. Besides all of the reasons given above, there can be some other reasons also. They are large scale cutting of trees and poor management of water resources.
The story today. Let us see the different ways in which people manage water today. Do you get water in your house by any of these ways? Put a tick mark on that. If you get water by some other way, write in your notebook. A jailboard water tanker comes to our colony twice a day. We have to stand in a long queue to get water from the tanker. People at times have fights over water. We fill water from the well. The nearby well dried up a year ago. Now we have to walk far to reach the other well. We are not allowed to take water from some of the wells because of our caste. We get water at home for half an hour. We fill this in the tank to use all day. Sometimes it is dirty. We get water from our taps all day long. We have put a pump directly in the jailboard pipeline. Now we don't have any problem. There is a hand pump nearby, but the water that we get from it is salty. We have to buy water for drinking. We have put a motor to pump up the water from the borewell, but there is no electricity. So, what do? We get water from the canal itself. Students, in which method you are getting water in your home? Write down in your science notebook. Discuss. Everyone has the right to live. Yet, is everybody getting enough water to live or even water to drink? No. Why is it that some people have to buy drinking water? Some people have to buy drinking water as they do not get sufficient water supply due to the scarcity of drinking water in their area. Should it be like this? No. Water on this earth is for one and all. Some people draw out water from the ground by deep bore wells. How far is it correct? No, it is not correct. It is a wrong practice. Have you ever seen this? Yes, we have seen. Why do some people put a pump directly in the jailboard pipeline? Some people put a pump directly in the jailboard pipeline to get supply of drinking water. What problems would other people face due to this? Due to this, other people do not get enough supply of drinking water. Look at this bill and tell. From which office has this bill come? This bill has come from Delhi Jal Board. Do you get a water bill at home? Find out from where it is sent. Yes, we get a water bill at home. The bill is sent from the water supply department of our city. Why do you think Delhi Sarkar, that is government of Delhi, is written under Delhi Jal Board? Delhi Jal Board is a part of the government of Delhi. So, Delhi Sarkar is written under Delhi Jal Board. In whose name is the bill? How much money do they have to pay for each month? The bill is in the name of Muhammad Umar and Dr. Muhammad Shoaib. They have to pay a total amount of 368 rupees. Do you have to pay for water? How much? Yes, we have to pay for water. We pay about 150 rupees for drinking water. Is the rate of water different in different colonies? The rate of water is same in different colonies. It can be done. There are some groups that work hard to bring water to the people of different areas. They ask the elders about the water arrangement in their times. They rebuild the old lakes and jahards and also build new ones. Let us see how the group called Tarun Bharat Sangh helped Darki Mai. Tarun Bharat Sangh is a non-profitable environmental NGO with headquarters in Rajasthan. They help the people to construct lake for getting water and protect environment. This is Darki Mai. She lives in a village in the Alwar district of Rajasthan. The women of the village used to spend the entire day looking after their home and animals. Sometimes it took them all night to pull water from the well for the animals. In the summer, when the wells dried up, they had to leave the village. They faced water scarcity in that village. Darkimai heard about this group. This group means Tarun Bharat Sangh and asked for help. Together, the people from the group and the village decided to make a lake. The problem of food and water for animals is now less. People get more milk. They have started earning more. Students, make a poster. Do you remember the slogan? Water on earth is for one and all. Think of some other such slogans. Draw pictures and make a nice poster. Children, here is the end of the chapter. Every drop counts. Hope all of you understood well about the importance of water and how rainwater harvesting helps us nowadays. Rainwater is the primary source of water. Rainwater harvesting is a sustainable process that helps in preserving water for future needs. Thank you and have a nice day.